Was good. Shout out to the greatest nation since United Nations. Yo Gotti gets dragged into Angela Simmons. Oreo cookie Bathgate over ESPN's outfit. Now they were also teasing her about her purse. That was another story. Remember, I'm mixing y'all stories together if y'all haven't. But hers and his potentially starts off the same with Luke 6, but a different section. Let's go. And he spake a parable unto them that can the blind lead the blind? Shall they not both fall into the ditch? The disciple is not above his master, but everyone that is perfect shall be it as his master. Right there, when you learn from a master like God teaches us, you'll begin to gain the understanding. That's why he says you need to come in blameless, near what he was, not perfect as him, but blameless. All right, let's get there. Shall be as his master is. And why beholdest thou the mote in thy brother's eye, but perceivest not the beam within thine own eye? Neither how canst thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote that is in thine eye, that and thou hypocrite, cast out first the beam out of thine own eye, then shalt thou see clearly to pull the mote out of that thy brother's eye. For a good tree bringeth not forth corrupt fruit. No other doeth a corrupt tree bringeth forth good fruit. For every tree is known by figs, nor of the bramble bush gather they grapes. A fourth A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth out of the treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil. For of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaketh. Right there's it. When a person talks, what they say is going to mirror what their heart's like. So for instance, if I'm sitting here cursing, carrying on cursing you guys out, saying I did blip blip, I that, or I'm talking to kids wickedly, or somebody's plotting on kids in a wicked way, thinking things like that's going to be the you talking from the heart, because what you're saying, it doesn't matter if I don't know the context. Here's what people get mistaken. Wisdom has to do with the whole abundance of what's known and what's said, not just the context you're putting it in. People like to use context to get away with what they do. And that's how evil begins to peak, and people use, and we're getting to this. It's crazy. I'll address it when we talk about it, because it also addresses the context in which pride happy gets away with being pride happy and forces their environment upon others to try and force their way. This is crazy. It's crazy. You guys got to read Luke chapter 6, verse 47 to 49. It's small, but you guys got to read those two, and that'll be your understanding. And let's get on with it, because this gets crazy. Next, we're at Isaiah 37 to the end to the 38th, okay? And that one came up again, and we're going to read it. For out of Jerusalem shall go forth a remnant, they that escape out of the remnant of the Mount Zion. The zeal of the Lord of hosts shall do this. Therefore thus saith the Lord concerning the king of Assyria, shall not come unto this city, nor shoot an arrow there, nor come by the way that he came. By the same shall he return, for I will defend this city to save it for mine own sake, and for my servant David's sake. Then the angel of the Lord, right there, so slick for his servant. So for us, if you're a servant of the Most High God, he fights your battles right there. He fought David's battle. Don't you understand what he was up against? That's him as a man up against a whole country not wanting something, a whole group of people that far outweighs him. He was outnumbered, but he wanted to stand on God, stand on what the Lord told him to stand on. Then the Lord came and defended him right there. That's how you gain defense of God. When you ask why to God, are you serving God in honesty and truth? Are you doing what God tells you to do every day, keeping the precepts? Are you being mindful? And we're getting that. Mindfulness. Are you mindful of doing these things righteously and not doing things unrighteous, instead of following what your flesh tells you to do, being pride happy off of doing what others influence you to do? Let's get there, because understand, what did he say? Oh, we're getting there. Oh, that's another story. I'm thinking of all these. Yo, it's crazy. Yo, keep checking. Keep checking. It's coming. All right, let's get it. Unto this city, saith the Lord, for I will defend this city to save it for mine own sake. Lord went forth and smote in the camp of the Assyrian. So, hold on. For David's sake, then the angel of the Lord went forth and smote in the camp of the Assyrians. uh, 184,500. And when they arose early in the morning, behold, they were all dead corpses. All of them. All the enemies of God were gone. When they came in the morning, all of the enemies against Jesus Christ were all expired and gone. And he let the people that were serving him go and destroy them in combat, because Jesus Christ is Lord. Listen, this gets crazier, yo. Because look, oh man, an angel of the Lord? What? That's an angel. What are you going to tell the cop? An angel just killed everybody. Well, the cop's going to look at you like, huh? You told a cop an angel killed everybody? The angel of the Lord? And it wasn't a person, it was an angel. Come on now. The God sent the angel. One angel killed over five. Let's go. That's one angel. What could a mini angel? Yo, let's go. These dudes don't read. They don't know. They don't know. So send a cherub. We're not even near yet, yo. All praise the Most High God, Jesus Christ. Send a cherub, yo. A cherubs, yo. Send a cherub. Wordplay. King of Assyria departed and went and returned and dwelt in Nineveh. And it came to pass, she was worshiping in the house of Nisroch, his god, little g, that Admaradak and Sherezer, his sons, smote him. They took him out. His own sons took him out. That's how wickedness works. His own sons he birthed, waited till he was weak, waited till he couldn't move, waited till he was incapacitated, and took him out. His own sons, yo. Talk about loyalty. That said Google Gaga, and you said, hey, son, and he took you out. His sons plotted. What type of dad was, look, you got to look at the context. What type of leadership was he to create sons that think that way? How do you think that way as a youth? Take your dad out. That's weird. Weirdos, man. Like Jehu, all over it, man. They smote him with the sword, and they reigned in his stead. They took the throne. In those days was Hezekiah sick unto death, and Isaiah the prophet, the son of Amos, said same unto him, and came unto him and said unto him, thus saith the Lord, set thine house in order, for thou shalt die and not live. Right there, God came upon him and said, listen, you're going to pass, you're not going to live. God does that to people. He lets them know sometimes, look, I don't want you around anymore, so you got to go. You are going to pass away. And then God will tell them, next thing they know, they're dying, because they're not listening. When if they're reprobate, they're not listening. God lets us know, because you got to be in tune with God, that he doesn't like what you're doing, especially when you're doing wicked sin as they were in those days. Get this. Now, this is the sample. This Isaiah 38, you got to read 2 to 22. Isaiah 38, 2 to 22. Okay? That's what you guys got to read. And now we're going to read the sample 6 to 7. And I will deliver thee and this city out of the hand of the king of Assyria, and shall be the sign unto the let's see, unto thee, the that hath that hath that hath strength. Right there, God's going to leave a sign. That's going to be a sign. Do you get that? His sign being that occurring, that he's not only taking you out of bondage, understand that he's bringing you to a new land. What did he say he's going to do? Everything's matching. God is not mocked by scripture. He's not mocked at all. That's all fact. Now let's get to the crux, craziest part. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, starting at the first, nigga. Okay. Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophecy, for thee that speaketh in an unknown tongue. Right there. You want to, like, when people speak in tongues, it's the prophecy. It's to do things in the spiritual realm. Let's go. That's up front. Unknown tongue speaketh not unto men right there. They're not talking to you. So when the pastor's interrupting, talking, they're not talking to you. So that a lot of these pastors do that. They're not talking to you. So what are you interrupt? Like they'll cut them right off. Like all right, let's go. No, my pastor used to let it go, let it die down, let the person keep going. Just let them go and go until they stop and die down and stop speaking, till they stop and complete what they're saying. You don't cut them off. That's of the devil, pastor. If you're cutting them off and they're speaking in tongues, that's what Satan's doing. You're literally being led by the devil to cut off one of your people that are in church, giving you a spiritual message or pray. Do you know it's a blessing? They're giving your church a blessing, but you cut them off and you tell them, okay, sit down. Yo, so many pastors I see do that. They're like, hey, okay, calm them down. Hey, sit down. And they're in the middle of speaking in tongues. You are literally cutting off the blessing for your church. Literally, that's how your church gets blessed. Hold on, I'm about to finish it. You guys are, a lot of these pastors, this is why I'm telling everybody get together. Because a lot of these pastors are wicked. You don't really know. Because they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, but they're really evil. I can't wait to show. Didn't I call out Joel Osteen? I called him out. Now watch. He's not the only one. Go ahead, Kirk Franklin. Get ready. Because there's stuff you did. I haven't even talked about it all. Let's go now. Because Kirk Franklin, I got some stuff to talk about you, fam. Like, I listened to some of your songs. Yo, I went back. Yo, they were really scripted. Like, really masked. I was like, what? And when I thought about it, I'm like, this dude's, oh, man. Let's go. We're getting to that section of what I do. Man, I do many things, dude. I do many things. We're getting there. We're getting there for you. Okay? Speaketh not unto men, but unto God. For no man understandeth him. For howbeit in the spirit he speaketh my mysteries. Right there, they're speaking mysterious things to us because it goes to heaven, because we're like, what are they saying? But they know what they're saying in heaven. But he that prophesieth speaketh unto men to edification, right there, and exhortation, right there. I'm doing this so other people, brethren like me, can understand, so they can gain some understanding. Who may not understand, they may not get or see what I was saying, may have another view. I'm giving them my viewpoint because this is my understanding of me studying these things for years and years and years, of what I've understood it to mean, what I was taught what it means, also what I've read and heard from others of what they think it means. Okay? It's not just me talking. It's me telling you off of experience and knowledge of reading this book daily, reading it very vehemently, very curiously, very wanting to know, searching them out. Matthew 6:33, things that a lot of people don't do. Okay, so I get opinions, I'm open to take it, but when you guys have things wicked to say in response, or say that don't make sense, or this or something smart just to be heard or be seen speaking, you're not making sense because somebody's telling you the truth. And when it's over, it's over. Wrap it up. When he comes back, just evaporate, get eviscerated. Okay, what do you want first? You make your choice. You make your decision. I'm telling you facts, straight facts. You make your choice. Okay, you make it. Because the dudes be silly. They be silly. And they've been silly for a long time. Being ever since we were young, saying, oh, where's God? Who's God? Or even when I was walking around young saying that, and we were looking at them like, you're silly. We were laughing at you then. Now listen, I'm trying to help you before you go. Okay, for you go. Because you gotta know this, okay? You gotta know this. It's not a game. Edification, exhortation, and comfort right there. Okay, pastor. All right, pastor. We're any pastors in the house? We're right there. That's why what you say when you're up there talking about you're judging sin, telling people what not to do, you're doing that, saying that because you feel comfortable. You feel comfortable about the sins you did, but you're not God. You still did sin. You can't say you're sinless. That's again right there. Every pastor that says they're sinless, they could judge a sin. You're judged right there by scripture. If you don't stop doing that, you're going to send yourself to hell. I don't care who's screaming, who's doing what. No, you're going to go to hell, man. You're going to go to hell. You did all this preaching, all this stuff. You're going to go to hell because you're talking about sins that you don't know what God forgave you of or not. He told you don't do it. Edification is doing what? Telling people what? Jesus Christ is real, nigga. Right there. I'm tired of you dudes keep talking online. Then I do this. Y'all want to come up with another video. No, stuff it right now. I don't want to see no more. Yo, I will light y'all up. Like by scripture, I'll light y'all up. One at a time. I'll line y'all up and I'll load this up like a clip and I'll just start shooting off scriptures on stuff I saw that you did because you guys are wicked. You're evil. Stop judging people's sin. You're not the one. You're not. and no pastor on earth is. So stop. You guys are liars. You guys speak great blasphemy. Great. For greater is he that prophesieth than he that speaketh in tongues. Right there. When you prophesy what we do at Jordan, it's greater than those who speak tongues. That is why I'm telling you to let them be. Let them do what they're doing. We know what we're doing. You focus on what you got to do, should be doing, and let them do what God allows them to do. If they're speaking in tongues, right there. Let's go. Except he interpret that the march may receive edifying, that the church may receive edifying. Now, brethren, if I come unto you speaking with tongues, that shall I profit you, except I shall speak to you either by or by, let's see, not by knowledge, by um speaketh to you by either knowledge or by prophesying, either or by revelation. There we go. Right there, revelation. I was looking for revelation. So revelation is revealing something to you, to tell the church to have understanding, to give on, to give basically motivate morale to the church. When the church is run down and everybody's tired out, pastors tired, evangelist tired, that person tired, usher tired, everybody look down. It's supposed to be prophesying to encourage you, to push you further, to let you know to keep fighting and running the good race, running the race. Striving, yo, let's go. Striving, man. You guys aren't listening or understanding. That's what the youthfulness in it is. The profit in it is. That's why you let the person go and keep going, because it's bringing blessings to your church, letting people know that, hey, you're in a Bible-filled, Christ-filled church right there. Yo, to the dude who says speaking in tongues is how you tell if a person is right with God, you're a liar. You're false. And I wanted to call you that earlier, but I said, let me read it first. Just read it. That's not what it's for. It's for edifying the church. It's for adding. There are many different parts of works that go for God. You can't judge one work and say one's better than the other, or because one works there, not the other. You control it. You're literally antichrist right there, because you're trying to judge it that way. No, all these are things of God, period. Everything, all inclusive. You don't dictate which one's better than the other. What did God say? Which greater than the other? Right there, just told you, prophesying is over speaking tongues. So if I'm sitting there prophesying things that's going on, what's happening from the Bible, looking at what these guys are going through in their real life, you're not to sit there and judge anything using satanic means. What is that? Like, what's that, pastor? Well, let me tell you, pastor, because you don't know. And I'm not a pastor, sir, because these dudes trying to be funny. They trying to be funny. I'm not a pastor, but let me tell you what it means and finish you off with the crux, the right way. The reason of what I'm trying to say, it means you guys are so busy judging sin that you're not looking at the fact of what's actually happening. These people have wicked spirits in them. It's not even them half the time. And because you're not looking there to purge that spirit, as I just read, okay? That's what they were doing. You're looking at the person, so you're bashing the person and not looking to pray over them correctly, okay? Learn to do your job, sir, period. Let's finish this up. Yo, all praise the Most High God, Jesus Christ, right now. We ain't playing. We here about the business. You get me? We about that business, Pastor. Are you? Are you for real? Because I know a lot of y'all fake. Wait till they step up. I'm waiting for them to step up. I'm going to start slapping them down one at a time, because I know y'all fake. Because you want to know how I know? Because you guys broke so many precepts that you don't even try. All your, and when they hop off the porch talking about, oh, you got to not do that sin, I know you're fake off the rip. I'm like, because God says to do what? To tell people Jesus Christ is real, right? So why are you jumping in her face talking about a sin when do they even believe in Jesus? Jesus gonna smack y'all down. Y'all aren't even doing it right. Yo, they don't even do it right. Their job, guys, we got jobs. All of us, we have jobs at some point in time that we may have not been the best at, did it the best we could. They literally got a church and a place doing it the best they could, not doing it the way God led them to do it. So were you really picked to do this? We're getting there. Some people weren't picked to do this. Preaching, talking about the word of God. They weren't picked to do it, but they forced their way in. Let's go. Let's go, because we're getting there. We're getting all the way there, because it's leading there. Let's finish up, because you weren't chosen. You forced your way in because the money looked good. Oh, it looked good. I can make a profit. I come up, make a good. I can get my pockets fat off this church. Off this church, I can go get this. More money from all the people. Think of how many people show up. I will never have to look at working in anything. You did that off of hardworking people. Oh man, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. You're worse than pride happy because you use your mental evil wickedness, evil devices. Yo, we're getting to devices of wickedness. You're pride happy for sure. Not a question. Let me finish. Let me get this done. Now, brethren, if I profit you, except I shall speak to you, neither by knowledge or by acknowledging or by prophesying or by revelation or of doctrine with a question mark, and even things without life giving sound, whether sounds, how shall it be known that is piped or harped? For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? Right there. God just backed me. Right there. You got the trumpet playing, you got the piper playing, piano playing loud, everybody dancing, singing, cheering. Oh, here's offering money. But what did you teach? What did you prophesize? What did you help them lead them? Where did you lead them? What did you do? You didn't do anything. They left church without knowing what was going on. Why? Because you're not really a preacher. You're not really there about God's business. You're about your business and your pockets. You are the pastor that I'm telling you now this day, all you who listen, that know a pastor of this, they will be in the pits of hell because they chose to play with God's church for their financial benefit, their time freedom with hardworking people giving to their church. Now they came up and they cheered themselves, pat their back, walk around with their chest out. Well, guess what? There's real preachers out there, real pastors out there, real people who aren't nothing with that are like me, wise with wisdom God gave, that are going to tell people Jesus Christ is real. Don't worry about it. Take what you got on this earth, and when your time comes, go. Go. Where do you go, Pastor? Go ahead. Read the Bible that you were supposed to be reading and tell everybody where you go because you didn't do it. Yeah, where do you go? Right there. All rights reserved. All praise the Most High God, Jesus Christ, right now. Right now. I mean it. Let's go.